Hello there folks, I'm Jasmine Shars, also known as Crystal Shars on pretty much any other website on the internet. Today I'm going to show you how to use this program, Corel Paint Shop Pro Photo 2X, to render images, and in the future I'll be making signatures as well. I've had this program for about 6 months, and I have to say I highly recommend it if you can't afford Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is of course the best art program you can get. Corel Paint Shop, this particular version, I believe it's about 70 to 80 bucks, much cheaper than Photoshop and totally worth it. This one came with my computer, so this is what I've had to work with, but it's actually a pleasure working with this program. It's pretty simple to use, you just need to know the basics. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this picture of Astronautilus from League of Legends. I'm going to erase the background around him, and I'm going to put him on a transparent background so that I can use him in later signatures and avatars, which you'll probably see a video of at some point. So pretty much what you want to do first, after you resize the image, because this image was actually really big, you see it was like 76%. Usually I like it to be a true image, so I'll resize it down until it's at least 100. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the background eraser tool. Usually I will zoom in on the image just to make it easier. Then you're going to go to the background eraser tool. Make sure the eraser tool isn't too big. Right now, it's, 25 really isn't that bad. Some images are going to be a lot easier to render than others. When that box comes up, it just tells you that you're on a certain layer. You have to do certain things, but I ignore it. So I just start erasing. Obviously, if you make a mistake, like it cut off a little bit of the tube there, you're gonna make a few mistakes. There's always the back button. Don't be hesitant in using it. And don't be afraid to make it look kind of messy still. We're gonna go over here again with the eraser tool. So pretty much, you can do this pretty sloppily at first. Occasionally, you're gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be rather inconvenient to continue. This image is kind of weird because it's got like this blue outline. So I already have, well, let's just work with what we have right now. You're going to go to the eraser tool, you're going to make it fairly small, and sometimes I zoom in again, sometimes I don't, depends on what I'm doing. You're going to want a good half an inch around the image that you're rendering. That way nothing's going to touch it, and when you go to take the image out of the background, it's not going to still be attached to anything else. It's not going to drag anything else to the next image. Sometimes I'll, instead of using the pure eraser tool, I'll go here, soft fuzz. It always starts out really big. Don't make the mistake that I have, so cut it down to size. Usually for the eraser tool, if you're going to do fine work, 10 is usually a good number. As you can see, it doesn't erase as much, it just kind of glides over it and erases, in just a few pixels at a time. And that's kind of good if you just want to fade an image into another image. I wind up using this quite a bit, actually. Just make sure when you're done with this that you are going to go back at least a little bit with the other eraser, just clean up anything that you might have missed, because it's going to show up on the next image. So periodically I'll zoom out, check my work. What you're going to want to do is, like I said, make it like this. Make it, good half an inch around the image. If you make a mistake, don't really worry about it. Use the back button. Then we use the magic wand tool, and we're going to click on this. Here, this proves to you that you did it correctly. It's not attached to anything else. If it was, the eraser, not the eraser, the magic wand would be around the entire edge of the picture, and you'd just be taking the whole thing. Instead, it's just around astronaut. Click back on the pan hand, click copy. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make a new frame. This is already the correct width. I already calculated this before. Usually I'll make it white, and then I'll post or paste the image as a new layer. This will tell me if I did anything wrong, if there's spots left. Usually I'll zoom in a few times. I'm a perfectionist, and you really don't want to make any mistakes, because usually when I'm doing a render, I don't know what color the background is of the signature I'm going to make yet. This is just the pre-stuff. So I end up going in here with my eraser, making it a little smaller here. That's, wow, too big. And I'll just wind up touching it up a bit. Just, as I said, I'm a perfectionist. I know what is there, what's not supposed to be there. You can make a mistake at this point. My signatures are rather small. This image is pretty big, so a lot of the mistakes not really going to be noticed. Alright, so pretty much that's how you render. It's pretty, didn't do that. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And then you can, you know, do whatever. The image, pretty much any image can be rendered. You just have to know how to do it. Like, this image was really hard. You can see it's all dark, it's all background, but rough draft is this. If you make a mistake, like right now, you can see the sword, a little bit pixelated. I could clean that up a bit. Just take the fading fuzz eraser, and I'll clean up quite nicely. Before you ask, I am using a tablet, not a mouse. I'm using a WACOM Graphire 3 tablet, which I will post in the description for you to look up if you want. You can use a mouse. I have used a mouse for this. I would not suggest using the built-in touchpads like most laptops have. That just won't work very well. So yeah, any image can be rendered. I got astronaut, I got him. This one's gonna be fun to render. Nasus, that one's just gonna be kind of a nightmare. I rendered Timo a while back. See, anything can be rendered, you just gotta know how to do it. So that's it for now. I'm gonna make some more videos later on how to make signatures and such. Please stick around, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.